Evening, people. How are you all doing tonight? Right, tonight we've got MRC's Team Oliver Racing Gr3 League. Round 4. Let me turn the volume down on that. I don't need to listen to myself. Yes, so, as I was saying, round 4. We are in for the 2-race format tonight. We are live from Tokyo East Inner Loop. So one of the longest straights on the games in this one, apart from perhaps Le Mans, without the chicanes. Chris, evening mate, how you doing? Right, let's just have a quick look who's in the room. So, me, Potter McPot, TNR Philo, Dangly Ball, Jambu, Millerman, Diablo, Ben Cosgrove, Perzel, GT Deli B, who's told me not to put the camera on him tonight because he's done no practice, so we'll make sure we keep checking up on him. G Marge, 21, Fat Pickles Bro, Superfast Bobby, C73 Tabron, or Tabron, I don't know whether that's, he's not French, so whether I should be pronouncing it Tabron. And Surfer Ev. So qualifying has started. They are on outlaps. Let's pull some points up. So yeah, 2-race format for you guys tonight. I've just had all the info sitting in front of me, and now it's way up the chat. So race 1 is 9 laps. They start with 100% fuel, any tyres for the race, and as many as you like. No mandatory pit stop for race 1. And then the top 3 will need to carry over some extra weight from race 1 into race 2. We've got a bit of a success ballast going on. So they have to start from the back of the pack due to the reverse grid as well and carry the extra weight. A little bit more strategy involved in race 2, which is a 13-lap race. Reverse grid, 70% of fuel. And it will be raining as well. So the first race in the dry, second race in the wet. Pit stop window for change of tyres will be open at the end of lap 4, so nobody can come in for tyres before that. You can come in for repairs if you hit the wall or whatever, because damage is on heavy in this one. So it does mean a trip to the pits to get repaired. Well, we have got drivers coming across to start their hot laps now. No penalties this week. Everyone giving each other plenty of space and respect last week. In both lobbies, according to the chat. Let's pull up some scores as well while we're watching. Ben Cosgrove being hunted by Dangly Ball. Again, this is qualifying, so we shouldn't be battling. So let's pull up some points for you lot. Let's go and have a look at said drivers as we do so, if they're out on track. Just have a quick check on GT Deli B, make sure he's not crashed already. No, he's doing right. No damage on the car yet. Oh, a little dink. Alright. So, Fat Pickles Bro, leading the championship. He is sitting on 116 points at the end of last week. TNR Philo is in second, he's on 100 points. Potter McPot is in third. I was flicking through some drivers, but I've gone ahead of myself. Where is Potter McPot? There he is. Pow. So driving the Mercedes. So yes, sitting in third, he is on 86 points. MRC Dangly Ball is in second, fourth, 81 points. Superfast Bob, let's go and find Superfast Bob. Get a good look at these liveries while I'm hunting drivers down. Superfast Bob then, he's in 6th position in the championship. He's on 66 points. This is taking longer than expected, people. Where is Jambu? In 7th. He's got himself 56 points. GT Deli B is in 8th. Let's go and find GT Delhi. He's not in a wall somewhere. No, he's not. No. So he's sitting in 8th. And he's got himself 47 points. Set of liveries on the car there for James Delhi. CRT Millerman. He's in 9th position. He's got 43 points. Where's the Australian wonder gone? There he is. Diablo 66681. The man from Down Under, sitting in 10th in the championship. He's on 41 points. Let's just find the next lots. No JRC racing. He's having to sit out a couple of weeks due to work. It's a bit unfortunate. So Ben Cosgrove sitting in 12th. Sorry, JRC racing on 36 points. I should have mentioned that in 11th. Ben Cosgrove in 12th. He's on 22 points. Just sticks himself onto pole with a 55.8 there. Who am I looking for now? G Marge, where have you gone? Here you are in the Lexus. So G Marge in 13th. He has got 21 points. Have we seen a burnt fry in this lobby? I don't think I've seen a burnt fry in this lobby. No burnt fry. So Purcell actually dropped down to Pro-Am League. That's also running live as we speak. That's over on CJW Racing's channel on Twitch. So Purcell would have been in 15th. Did I do burnt fries points? 16 points. Purcell 15th with 14 points, and also on 14 points is 16th place Tabaron. There's Tabaron. So yes, Pro and Pro-Am lobbies running tonight. Let's go and check out some lap times then. What are we? 7.5 minutes into quali. 50-minute quali. Jambu taking pole position now, 155.7. Ben Cosgrove pushed back down into second, 155.8. TNR Philo, 155.9. Expect him to possibly get a quicker lap in somewhere later on in this quali. Fat Picklesbro sitting in 4th with a 156.2. Dangly Ball in 5th with a 156.4 at the minute. Surf Ev in 6th with a 156.5. Lotta in 7th, 157.2. Diablo in 8th, he's on a 157.2 as well. Behind Potter, comes in the pits for a fresh set of moves. Purcell in 9th. Oh, he's in the lobby. 157.7. What were you on, Purcell, points wise? 14th. Oh no, is it MRC Buddy who's gone down to Pro-Am? 15th place in the championship for Purcell. And a 157.7 as well. CRT Millerman in 10th. He's got a 158.1. GT Delhi B. So he's left and come back. He's in 11th position on the grid at the minute. What is he? 0.4 back from Millerman. So it's 155.8. He's on a 159.3 then. So 159.4, super fast Bobby. Ooh. Struggling maybe Bobby. No real hot lap on the board, a 223, a 233 and a 307. Tabaron then 14th, he's left and come back as well. His fastest at the minute is a 210. So Jambu's still on that 155 then. Let's get ourselves on board for this long straight. Not a lot to talk about. Some bumps and some signs. So So they drop down the hill into the tunnel. Pit entrance just there. He's coming in. That doesn't help me out on my lap guide, does it at all? Okay. Oh, you're coming in as well, are you? All right. Thanks a lot. Right. Stick on board with Fat Pickles, bro. Got a fresh set of softs on, so he might do a lap for us. Those other drivers around the pits anyway. Stay out, Fat Pickles. Good lad. So, past pit entrance then. And exit. Back up the hill and out the tunnel. Still climbing, still climbing. Just kink round this little left hand. Get ready to stamp on the brakes. Naughty, dirty hairpin. This will be tricky in race 2 if it's in the wet. See, just getting the tail a little bit loose through the hairpin then. A little kink up the hill. So a bit of a wiggly section. It can be a little bit awkward, this one. Try to carry as much speed through as possible. Jink round to the right. Does a couple of jinks to the left. Fat Pickles, bro. 16 points out in front in the championship. Looking pretty clean at the minute. A little clip of the wall there. Not picked up any damage, luckily. It's slowed him down a little bit. So as we wiggle our way left and right back towards the big double apex hairpin at the top here. On the brakes down into 3rd gear. Lets it run wide and then tries to pull it back in. Not bad. He's got 5 cars in front of him battling it out for this pole position. So he's managed to catch up with all these guys and he's going to get an awesome tow. He's got to be careful. Yeah, there you go. That's ruined his lap. That's unfortunate for Fat Pickles, bro. That was looking to be a good lap from him. And into the pits he comes. No damage, but he's obviously going to stick a fresh set of tyres on. That's unfortunate. If he'd have just managed to get through there. Team working together in quali. Towing's allowed, but no bump drafting. Driving the Lexus with the family livery on. So Jamie still holding first then. Ben Cosgrove still 2nd. Philo's still 3rd. Fat Pickles Bro still 4th. Dangly Balls still 5th. Surfer Ev in 6th. Perzel up into 7th. 156.5 on the board now. CRT Millerman 8th, also 156.7, going a bit quicker. Potter also going quicker, but all the way down in 9th at the minute, 156.9 for him. Diablo in 10th, 157.2, just going quicker as well, but struggling a little bit here. Super fast Bob also getting a little bit wrong through there, losing rear end of that Renault. B just having to avoid him. So sitting in 11th with a 157.5. Tabron is in 12th, again left the lobby and come back. GT Deli B's put in a 158.1 as his fastest, down in 13th, and G Marge 14th. Just looks like he's sitting in the end of quali out in the pits. Don't leave the lobby. A little bit deep through there for Jambu. this hairpin's going to be awkward in race 2. It's not going to be great in race 1. Hopefully they'll have spread out a little bit by the time they hit that. They won't have spread out a lot though. CRT Millerman putting in a 156.1, then chucking himself up into 4th, pushing everyone down a spot. Fat Pickles Bro down into 5th then. So he puts his best in, best sector, 0.65 up. That will put him back in front of CRT Millerman if he holds that pace. Mentioned championship leader. So we're over the 15 minutes. You do get to finish your lap if you're out on a hot lap, but if you cross the line after the 15 minutes, you're asked to pull over. So you will see a few drivers rolling slowly. Cosgrove not being one of those. Or TNR Philo. CRT Millerman. Oh, he's picked up some damage somewhere, so he's got a reason for rolling slow. See if Fat Pickles Bro gets a better lap this time. Down the hill, this is where all the chaos ensued before. So it's a 156.1, so he doesn't get back in. There's a few positions changed. Okay. So, TNR Philo, sneaky Philo, doing bunny hops in the Renault. He's got himself into pole right at the end again. Sneaky Philo. 0.65 up, 0.065 up, apologies. So Ben Cosgrove 2nd, so he went quicker right at the end as well, 155.2. Super fast Bobby 3rd, 155.7. Going quicker, Jambu, 155.7. 4th position, Fat Pickles Bro just going quicker, 156.1, but 5th. CRT Millerman 6th, Dangly Ball 7th, going quicker again, 156.2. Potomac Pot just going quicker there on his last lap as well, 156.4. Surfer Ev in 9th, holding that 156.5. Purcell 10th, trying to batter a set of tyres, 156.5. Diablo in 11th, just going quicker again, 157.0. Tabron 12th, no lap for him. GT Deli B a 58.1 in 13th, and G Marge doing donuts 158.7 in the Lexus. Surfer, I've just read them all out. I've totally missed where you're going to start. Where are you? 8th, 9th. So there's grid positions. 9 laps coming up. And those turbo spooling. So revs are up. I can't see the lights, can you? They're away. TNR Philo not getting a good start. Nor super fast Bobby. The Renault's getting bogged down off the start. Mercedes, Lexus, BMW, and there's another Mercedes there all coming through. So Ben Cosgrove eases up the hill towards this naughty hairpin. Jambu's come through though, big swarm of these Gr3 cars. Let's see if they get through here clean. Giving each other plenty of space. Again, race 2 is where the chaos is going to appear through there. If it's going to appear anywhere, that'll be where it is. Lap 1, race 2. So back up front, Jambu's managed to get himself up front. CRT Millerman into 2nd, then Cosgrove in 3rd. Fat Pickles Bro into 4th. Surfer Ev having a good start, he's up into 5th. Pot also decent start, just getting a little bit wide through there, 6th place for him. Catching the wall on the exit of that turn as well. Purcell in 7th. Diablo 8th. TNR Philo in 9th. Tabron in 10th, Superfast Bobby in 11th, GT Delhi B 12th, G Marge making a position up 13th, Dangley Balls all the way down in 14th, but a little bit of front end damage from Dangley. Does anyone come into contact with Dangley, so he is losing a bit of time to these drivers. Glugging coffee. So back onto the straight. Let's see who's able to use that toe. So Ben Cosgrove closing up on Jambu. A little bit of glitching there. So certainly hitting the limiter. He's not letting off the gas. 76 he's hitting. What's Jambu out? 176, 177. So just able to keep him front then. Jambu hard on the brakes for Ben Cosgrove into that hairpin. Yeah, tiny bit of glitching from Jambu there. Might just be putting Ben Cosgrove off. Might be completely different from his perspective. Jambu could be all over the place. Could be absolutely stationary. So these two pulled a bit of a gap from Fat Nichols. Rose managed to get himself up into third. Pot actually getting himself through into fourth as well. Philo's come back through the pack, he's in fifth. So Fat Nichols Rose third. Was he 1.8 seconds back from Ben Cosgrove? He's got Potomac Pot 0.8 of a second back. Potomac Pot's got a Philo right on his tail. He's also got a Purcell. So difficult to overtake through this section. Fast and everybody is hitting those racing lines. You've got to be absolutely on your game to go side by side with someone through these turns. So Philo 5th, Diablo 6th, CRT Millerman under pressure, giving Purcell pressure. So he's swinging on down the inside of the double hairpin, he does. So he gets the move done on Purcell, pushes him down into 8th. Now his fellow Mercedes driver Diablo in front, so Purcell down in 8th then, Tambron in 9th, back onto this long straight. Tambron getting the move done. So Lexus looking pretty strong on this long straight. He's got a mile an hour, 2 more than some of the cars. GT Delhi B in 10th. Fast Bobby pushing him along the track. So nothing to stop you drafting it in the race. Goes for a move down the inside of GT Delhi B there as well. Nice, respectful, giving plenty of room through there for Delhi. Purcell's got it wrong. Down in 11th, going to lose another position to G Marge. Picked up no damage. Lucky. Surfer Ev down in 13th. There's people sticking it sideways all over the place. Doing the right, Surfer. Oh, he's been in the pits. You pick up damage, Surfer. Dangley Balls who had damage, been in and back out. He's now 9 seconds off the back end of Surfer in 14th. Cosgrove is glitching out a little bit, so he managed to get himself past Jambu up into top spot. Putting in some nice purple sectors as well. He's already holding fastest lap of the race, 156.4. Can he start pulling away from Jambu? Fat Pickles Bro has dragged this pair back, the gap at a second. TNR Philo's managed to get himself back past Potter. Millerman has closed the gap up as well. Tambron has got himself up into 7th. There's 3 cars in the background. Who we've got Super Fast Bob, GT Delhi B and Diablo. Diablo tucked under the rear wing of GT Delhi B, got himself up into 9th, made a position or 2. Quack indeed. Not explaining that to anyone else watching. If you know, you know. It's all ducks matter. Yeah. Jambu, oh, trying to come back at Ben Cosgrove then. Ben Cosgrove just getting a little nudge. That might have been again down to glitching. Still side by side as they head up the hill. Ben Cosgrove just holding the advantage at the minute. He's got the inside line into this turn. So Jambu just had to slot himself behind again. Let's get themselves on board with Jambu. See those little sideways jinks from Ben Cosgrove in front. There you go. Let the missus play on Netflix again, haven't you? She's on Candy Crush or something. 5 devices. Oh, Jambu getting it wrong. The exit there, scraping down the wall. That's cost him a bit of time to Ben Cosgrove in front. Now a second back. He's got a TNR Philo, only half a second back himself in the Renault. Nice wide line there through there for Philo. He's going to get Philo. He's going to get a better run on the exit. So already onto this long straight again. Nose in front. Can Jambu use the power of that Lexus? All the way down this long straight. Ben Cosgrove now getting off 1.4 seconds up the road. There you go. The power of the Lexus just got that at 1 mile an hour, 2 miles an hour faster than most cars on track at full speed. TNR Philo having to rely on slipstream again to try and close that gap up. Slam the brakes on into this hairpin. Closing back up on Ben Cosgrove though into that. Oh, some great big glitching from Ben. That's awful to see. So Philo gets another chance down here. Hot in 4th. Picklesborough hot in his tail though. Hot having to use all the circuit. As much grip on his car as there is on Fat Pickles by the look of it. Pickles just able to drag that BMW around the corner a little bit tighter than Potter by the looks of things. Right, now they're side by side. This could get interesting. Where's he gone? There he is. So Fat Picklesborough does get himself through into 4th. Potter McPot 5th. CRT Millerman just in the background, putting Potter under a bit of pressure as well. Potter closing that gap back up a little bit on Fat Pickles. Trying to stick with him. Get a good run onto this long straight. CRT Millerman just hanging on to Potter. Still within slipstream range as well. Let's see if Potter's Mitsubishi is quick enough to close that gap. He will get a good tow down here. Obi-Wan, how you doing, brother? So Potter closing up on Fat Pickles, slings one, wrong way, slings one around the outside. So Fat Pickles Bro, BMW only seeing 175, 176, closing back up on Potter. Now sitting at 170 running up the hill. And so doesn't look like the Mitsubishi's got that much power running up the straight either. So Ben Cosgrove had that gap reduced down to 0.2 of a second. Tilo's got him. Tilo, stop it. TNR Philo's got himself up into 2nd. Jambu's still right there with him though. Top 3 have pulled 3 seconds over Potter McPot, who's got himself back up into 4th. So a good fight here between Fat Pickles and Potter. Let's just change that view up a little bit. Let's get some roof cam on. A little scrape of the wall there for Fat Pickles. Still in touch with Potter. Closing the gap up again. Again, very difficult to overtake through here. Potter just putting his car in the middle of the track. You want to get by, it's your peril. So back up towards this final hairpin. into lap, just about to finish lap 6. Ultimate Pot holds on to that 4th place, but can Fat Picklesbro now use the toe down the straight? It's so long that if you do get the slingshot past, it is quite possible for the driver behind to do exactly the same to you before you get back up to the next. There you go, a little bit of a bump draft there going on between these two. CRT Millerman still closing up though, he's going for a move. Mercedes, come on Mercedes, come on. I'm rooting for you, CRT Millerman. He's had to stick himself back in the slipstream. That's a nice spoiler, isn't it? He's going for it again. Slings one up the inside. Oh no, sorry, outside. I thought the hairpin was going the other way. Still having a go at Fat Picklesbro. Mercedes versus BMW here. Mercedes power just winning out. But Fat Picklesbro will have the line into this corner. CRT Millerman just having to avoid the wall. Good bit of driving, just keeping it clean. Tiny bit of contact. To be expected around a turn like that. So Ben Cosgrove has managed to pull another gap, 1.4 seconds of breathing room. Oh, sliding that Mercedes through there into the wall by the look of it. Again, unless that was glitching going on. So Jambu's got himself back past Philo. Losing time to Ben Cosgrove in the Potomac Pot, now 4.5 seconds down. And he's got Fat Picklesbro and CRT Millerman all over his rear end for that 4th place. CRT Millerman going for a move down the inside. Didn't quite work out, he's had to back out of that one, but I think he's got himself past Fat Picklesbro, he has. Fat Picklesbro slots himself into the slipstream, but not. He's already side by side, he's just got his nose in front. Mercedes power just pulling himself in front again. Is Fat Picklesbro going to give him a bit of a bump draft down here himself? No, he's going for a move. And this is just allowing Potomac Pot to slowly creep up down the road. So lap 8 of 9. Let's go and see what's happening on track. Ben Cosgrove then a second out front at the minute. Jambu in 2nd place, 1.3 back. So Ben Cosgrove does get a good drive out of that hairpin. So Philo holding on to 3rd, right on Jambu's rear end. Potomac Pot still holding that 4th. He's now got 1.5 seconds over Fat Picklesbro. He's got himself back past CRT Millerman. So these two look like they're going to have a good old fight to the end. Super fast Bobby, he's got himself into 7th. 4.5 seconds down from CRT Millerman. GT Delhi B not that far back though, he's at 1.4 seconds. We've not had a good look at you actually, GT Delhi. We'll spend more time looking at you in race 2, I think. So Perzel 9th, another 4 seconds back. Taperon also 5.5 seconds back in 10th. Diablo in 11th, 4 seconds back. Big spaces between these mid-pack drivers then. Surfer Ev in 12th, 5.6 seconds back. G-Marge in 13th, 8.4 seconds back. Dangling Balls after his early stop for damage. Coming back at G-Marge, getting that 13th place. Oh, just losing the tail through there, but keeps it on track. He's got to worry about an attacking G-Marge now in the Lexus. We know that's quick down the straight. So, final lap. Ben Cosgrove still leads. 2 seconds he's now pulled from Jambu. Jambu has still got Philo right on his rear end. Philo's got to think about chucking one down the inside. It looks like he's going to try here. Jambu just not able to fend off Philo. Can he get that position back before the end of the race? I've swapped it once or twice, so Jambu knows he can do it. just got to keep it in a straight line. Well, unless he's turning a corner, of course. Still holding that 1.4 from TNR Philo. He's now pulled a bit of a gap from Jambu. So Jambu's going to be out of slipstream range in a minute. Not that it's going to make much difference. He's already a little bit too far back. Yeah, he's just losing more time now to TNR Philo. Fat Pickles Bro's got himself into 4th. Himself past Potter, but for how long? Potter McPot now going for a lunge down the inside at the final hairpin. He's backed out of that one though. Is he looking for a run on the slipstream? But CRT Millerman's giving him pressure, just pushing Potter out wide a little bit. Let's get ourselves on with race leader Ben Cosgrove then. So into the tunnel, crosses the line to take race 1 win. 1.4 seconds in front of TNR Philo then. He held on to 2nd, Jambu 3rd, Fat Pickles Bro 4th, Potter McPot just holding on to 5th, CRT Millerman 6th. It looks like they had a good battle down there. Super Fast Bobby in 7th, GT Deli B in 8th, Purcell 9th, Tabron in 10th, Diablo 11th. Nice rear end. Surfer Ev's going to take 12th. So started well but picked up damage halfway through. Dangly Balls 13th. Again picked up damage early on. Was all the way down at the back of the pack. And G Marge is going to take 14th. He's bad out of fuel. But so that was race 1. We'll have a 5 to 10 minute break and then we'll jump into race 2 of 13 laps. How are we all doing, people? How come I've lost 3 subscribers today? I've not sworn at anyone or anything. Right, so that was race 1. Race 2 coming up is reverse grid. Top 3 carry extra weight over into race 2 as success ballast. And it's in the wet. So turn 1's going to be interesting. Turn 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 are going to be interesting too, but turn 1's going to be the most. There you go, CRT Millerman just popping up in the chat saying best battle he's had for ages with Potter McPot and Fat Pickles. Did look pretty good. Right, gonna slurp some brown hot sugary stuff. Yes, TNR Philo, now rain. But yes, very clean race in there. Getting a little bit of door banging. I didn't see anyone getting nudged or banged or shoved into the walls. Very, very respectful. It's easily done at Tokyo as well. Now, race 2 might be a different story. Yeah, Ben Cosgrove being called out for a little bit of lagging. Told you, can't have your missus on Netflix or whatever she's on. Amazon, spending all your hard-earned cash. Stop her. Yeah, before I was hardwired in, I'd have to kick my boy off his gaming PC. No, no bandwidth for you, boy. You can go out. And he did. Fair play. So, Jambu, Philo and Ben Cosgrove all carrying the extra weight over. I couldn't tell you what the extra weight's going to be. It is it 3, 4 and 5 clicks of extra weight, but that changes on every car. Easy if it was a one make, wouldn't it? One make lobby. Just do this, people. Where do I need to go? Oh, I've changed it. +6, +7, +4, +5, and what? +6 for second. That means it's +7 for first and +5 for third. That's the amount of clicks. How do I post in here? Come on. There we go. Nobody chatting tonight? No? Getting prepped up for your race? Alright. If we were watching Luke Doherty race from some of the Tanso group races, I would expect him to be not chatting because he's usually writing paragraphs. The boy can't do sentences. There we go. Race 2 settings being locked in. Dirty, dirty rain at Tokyo tonight for race 2. Ben Cosgrove going for a reboot. That's really him. He's going to restart his PlayStation, but while that's happening, he's going to run downstairs and snap the missus' iPad in half. So maybe delayed slightly if Ben Cosgrove doesn't get back in the chat. Sorry, back in the lobby. So yes, reverse grid for race 2. That dirty, dirty rain. Is anyone out on track? Couple of drivers. Going to be a little bit tricky as well, coming from this dry section of this tunnel out into the wet. There are other variations of this Tokyo circuit which are a lot more tricky than this, with more little bridges and tunnels. So not heavy rain, it's only spitting. Let's get ourselves on board with a Bob Bristow. Yeah, you can just see it coming down there, not leaving big puddles on the ground. Enough to get these cars spinning around in circles if not careful. Rear wheel drive, every single one of them. Let's stick the super fast Bob for a bit of a lap. See how he gets on. There you go, drifting out wide. Turn 2. Just Got to get used to these conditions again after the first race. Readjust braking points, turning in points. Adjusting speeds. I'm able to carry as much speed through some of these turns now with this weather. So these little bridges not too much to worry about, but the tunnel, well, I suppose that's not really too much to worry about either, as it's just on the straight. But yeah, other variations of this circuit have got some sort of longer tunnels with great big turns on the exit. Not a bad lap there for Bob. A couple of little scrapes of the wall, but so gentle around that turn, just to try and keep the rear end of that car planted. Long straight. I don't know whether he's posted it on his video, but if anyone wants a good laugh, go and watch Super Fast Bobby or MRC Bobby's video on track guide for Special Stage X. I don't know if that's on YouTube, Bob. You should put that up. Braking done early, then into the naughty turn one hairpin. There you go. As easy as that. Ben Cosgrove is back in the room. So Ben just glitching out a little bit in race one. He did take the win. 1.4 second lead over second place Fido. That was bizarre, Bob. More weight, wouldn't have thought it's too long now. Ben Cosgrove's back in the room. So if I have getting a couple of little practice laps in. It's had a good start, did Surfer Ev in race one, as did Potter. 8th and 9th, I believe, the pair of you. 8th for Potter, 9th for Surfer Ev, getting up to sort of 4th and 5th quite early on. So a lot of drivers might find this final turn a little bit wrong, dodgy as well. Spray being kicked up, not enough to set the drivers in a pack. Different in the Lamborghinis last week where you couldn't see a damn thing in a Spa. Scrape down the wall there for Purcell. Trying to get that car under control. Just a handful in then in the wet. Oh, a bit of glitching from him as well. Only while he leaves and goes back to the pits. He was fishtailing all the way up this hill and around the corner. Put it in the wall about there. damage on the front end of Surfer Ev's car. Again, these are only practice laps, people. Just getting the feel of the racetrack now. It's all sopping wet. It's not sopping, is it? It's a bit moist. From down under, just got up at the crack of dawn to race with us lot, maniac. Some drivers on the wet tyres, some drivers on the intermediate, most on the wet. So Millerman wet, Dagley Bull wet, Diablo wet. They might change tyres. This again, they might just be practicing. A couple of laps on the wets, a couple of laps on the inters. Let's see which is quicker. Wets for Surfer, still holding damage. Purzel wets. Wets for Fat Pickles. Wets for GT Delhi. I'm sure I saw one or two drivers on inters. I have to flick through. There we go. Who's that? Tamron on inters. A bit of damage on his car. So it does look like Tabron only. Might chuck themselves in the pits, or they might not get the opportunity. Potter just starts the race. Sectors from CRT Millerman. Quite fast in the rain. He's just clipped the wall through there. Again, just clipped the wall on the exit there as well by the look of it. Carrying a tiny bit too much speed on the exit. So they have to use both wet and inters. Race is about to start. Wiggle from CRT Millerman to get us underway. Everyone here, 14. Jambu trying to see if he can push his way through the barriers. It's only a game, can't do it. So reverse grid, 13 laps. Top 3 from race 1 carrying over extra weight into race 2. That's Jambu, Ben Cosgrove and TNR Philo. And they start at the back of the pack. Marge is going to lead us down towards the naughty hairpin. Let's see how they get on. Let's get ourselves a little bit further back. So we're on board with third place driver Jambu. Let's have a bit of this view. We can see a bit more of what's going on. Piles of wheel spin. Oh, we've already got drivers getting it wrong. chaos. There might be called for a restart. We'll see what happens. So spread out already before they get to this first turn. That's going to change the dynamics of this race completely. Driver's going very deep into turn one. Get ourselves a little bit further back, see what's going on. Has everyone made it through there cleanly? Purzel already got rear end damage. Fat Pickles Bro, front end damage and transmission damage. That's a long way back to the pits for him. Diablo's got all the damage. I'm not sure who caused that. Possibly one of the drivers wheel spinning it into the wall or false starting. But a long way back to the pits for the drivers with damage. Diablo taking the brunt of that by the look of it. So Surfer F getting through cleanly up into top spot. Tabron second. CRT Millerman has left the room. So looks like he got tangled up in all that. Surfer Ev leading then by 0.6 of a second from Tabron. 1.3 seconds he's got over G Marge. He did start in top spot in G Marge, but now losing another position to Super Fast Bobby in the Renault. GT Delhi B in fifth is 0.9 of a second back from G Marge as well. Potter McPot is right behind him, 0.6, 0.7 of a second back now. TNR Philo right behind Potter, less than a half a second. So just finishing lap one then. Ninja Jambu in 8th, Ben Cosgrove winner of race 1 up into 9th. Purzel 10th with that rear end damage. So is that slowing him down enough to warrant coming in the pits? Dangling balls in the background with front and rear damage. Fat Pickles actually managing to get past the dangly ball there. All these drivers having to take a little trip to the pits though. It's a long race, and in these wet conditions anything else can happen. Probably will. Tabron then looking for a move down the inside of Surfer Ev. Just goes a little bit deep. Surfer Ev just able to keep the position. Tabron stamped the throttle though, spun the rear end. Lucky not to take out Super Fast Bobby in that little incident. Kicked a barrel up onto the track as well. Potter McPotts managed to get himself into 4th. GT Delhi B's followed him through. TNR Philo now 6th. So let me get on board with Tabron while he's got a Potter, a Delhi and a Philo trying to get past him for that 3rd position. These drivers just struggling a little bit to keep these cars in a straight line. Getting the toe off the driver in front as well is obviously allowing them to carry extra speed into these turns, which they might not be anticipating. Tabron pulls another little bit of a gap from Potter McPot. To a second now. Can he keep that going? 1.2 seconds over Potter. Potter's keeping the 4th position from GT Delhi B, and they've both managed to pull a little bit of a gap from Philo in the background. Potter closing up again though. Let's go and have a look then. So Surfer Ev 2.3 seconds out front from Super Fast Bobby. Closing that gap down as well as Bob, and pretty quickly. So getting his setup right tonight by the looks of it. Gap down to 1.9, so he's pulled 2.4 on Tabron. Potts under pressure from GT Delhi B in the Subaru. So Potter getting pushed down into 4th at the minute. Philo a long way back now. Hard on the brakes for Potter. GT Delhi B just getting a bit of a touch onto Tabron there, but Potter McPot making the most of that, gets himself through into 3rd. Surfer Ev's got it wrong on the hairpin. He's now backwards on the exit. Losing positions. That puts Super Fast Bobby up front. He's now got 3 seconds over Potter McPot. Again, long race. As mentioned, anything can happen, and usually does. So Potter now pulled 0.2 of a second over Tabron. Philo's got himself back past GT Delhi. Delhi's looks like he might have got the hairpin a little bit wrong, so he lost a position and a lot of time. He's now 0.6 of a second back from Philo. Closing him back down though. Jambu another 1.4 back in 6th. See how the Lexus gets on in race 2. Did alright in race 1. Surfer Ebb back on track, pointing the right way, but picked up a little bit of damage. 7th position, 14 seconds back from Jambu. He's got 6 seconds over Purcell. Purcell's got another 3 seconds over Ben Cosgrove, who's picked up all sorts of damage as well. G Marge back out on track. So 10th for G Marge. Dangling Ball repaired now in 11th. Fat Pickles still holding on to that front end damage in 12th. Diablo back on track, but he has got still got front end damage on that car. Got it wrong again somewhere there for Diablo. And yeah, we've lost CRT Millerman already, so I think CRT Millerman got smoshed early on and wasn't having it. So that puts Super Fast Bobby out front. 3.5 seconds over Potter McPot. Potter McPot is under pressure from Tabron. Just holds on to it through there. He's run himself a little bit deep. Tabron's coming back at him. Able to get the power down though, Potter. Tabron unable to, so pulls another little bit of a gap over him. It's got almost a second. It just clicks over that second mark. Let's flick back to Tabron. He's now got Philo half a second back. GT Delhi B looks like he's closing that gap back up as well on Philo. He is a little bit. Tabron's gone wide through there, clipped the wall. Just having to take avoiding action there, Philo. Can he carry the speed? He's had to back off and into the wall. So he loses the position back to Tabron. Brings GT Delhi B back into the picture as well. He's now only half a second back. He'll be getting a good tow down these straights. So we'll just stick with GT Delhi for a minute. Didn't give him a lot of coverage in race 2, even though we told him we would. Just clicks over to 0.5. Slightly tight line there for Delhi. All the drivers so tentative on the accelerator coming out of that turn. So Philo actually pulling a little bit of a gap on Delhi there. Closing back up though, that slipstream kicking in now. Down to 0.5. Closing in. Has it got enough to get past before the hairpin? It's pretty close. We've got drivers in front kicking off as well. Tabron getting himself back past Potter, but for how long? Potter's just got his nose in front. He's got the inside line into the turn as well. Tabron trying to chop Potter off there. Not able to do it. Potter slips himself through then. Tabron's got it wrong. Put his and again. Loses that position to Philo and GT Delhi in front. Jambu as well getting himself through. Picks a little bit of front end damage up as well for his trouble there, Tabron. So Super Fast Bobby then still leading 5.4 seconds. He has got the inters to try next, as has Potter, who's now got 2 seconds over Philo. GT Delhi close right up on Philo through here. Again, awkward to overtake through this back half of the circuit, all these little turns. Just got to stick with that driver in front. Either chuck one up the inside at the final turn, or stick with them and get them down the straight. That's what he's doing, still half a second back. Trying to stick in the toe. Jambu just 1.3 back as well. Nice line through there for Delhi. But TNR Philo just get the power down slightly earlier. Now pulls 0.8 of a second over GT Delhi B. So Jambu 9th, Tabron then back on track with 6th. Jambu 5th, I say Jambu 9th, Jambu 5th, Tabron 6th. He's stopping out as well, he's not going to bother coming in and get that damage repaired. He'll wait until he needs tyres. So we've got Jambu and Delhi B in the pits now. What tyres are they going to take on to lap 5 of 13? Quarter of a tank left for those two. Superfast Bobby then in first, Potter McPot's second. Still 5.5 seconds back. Let's see how loose these cars are, just having to feather the throttle to get the traction. So Philo 3rd, Tabron 4th. Delhi B out of pits in 5th, fresh set of intermediates for him. Nice clean through there. So Jambu has just been in as well on the inters, 2.3 seconds back. So Surfer Ev fully repaired out on the inters, sitting in 7th. Bit of a gap in front of the 6th place driver Jambu, 19 seconds. Again, that might change. Trips the wall just through there as well. Dagley Balls in 8th, 1.7 seconds back. Purzel in 9th, 13 seconds back, so fresh set of inters on for him. Fat Pickles Bro also fully repaired. Fresh set of inters on for himself. Ben Cosgrove back out on track. Inters repaired, full tank. Diablo, what are you doing, Diablo? More damage for him. You're not used to racing in the wet, that's what it is. Sitting in 12th. And into the wall again for Diablo. He's not having a good one. G-Marge in the pits then. Looks like he's getting damage repaired. Fast Bobby in also. So almost out of fuel for Bobby. He's going to come out on a set of inters. Potter McPot in. Philo in. Tabron's going to follow them in as well. So GT Delhi B just coming down this long straight. Drivers now exited the pit. Superfast Bobby leaving now. Potter McPot getting himself out into 2nd. Philo 3rd. GT Delhi B then 4th place, 2.1 back. He is carrying a lot more speed than Philo. So looking to close that gap up and get back on the fight with Philo before the end of this race. Close that gap back up. It's a second between them. So pull more time over Jambu, 2.9 seconds to gap back to 5th place. Tabron 6th. Surfer Ev in 7th. Purzel 8th. Fat Pickles Bro. Right past Fat Pickles Bro in 9th. Dagley Ball 10th, taking on board fuel. Are you going to get that front end repaired? We'll have a look. Ben Cosgrove 11th. Diablo. Have you just got repaired and then, yeah, you have. Oh, G-Marge, what's happening, G-Marge? Are you stuck in the pits? So a few drivers having nightmares tonight. Diablo looking the worst of them all. Apart from G-Marge, who's stuck in the pits, obviously. He's not having a great night at all. Superfast Bobby on his outlap then. Continues to hold over 5 seconds lead from Potter McPot in 2nd. 2nd place has still got 2.2 over third place TNR Philo. GT still holding a second gap back in fourth. Jambu just losing another 4/10 there, 3.3 seconds down. DB just losing a 10th as well to Philo. Super fast Bobby has come in the pits again. Picked up damage, Bob. Possibly getting the final turn wrong. So back down in fourth. He's going to keep the place from Jambu. Jambu's still a good couple of seconds back. So that releases Potter McPot up into the front. Oh no, hold on. Let me just have a look. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, so that just releases Potter McPot up front now on the Inters. Still got a 2-second gap over TNR Philo in second, out on the Inters as well. Super fast Bob. So I think Bob picked up maybe a little bit of damage in that final turn and had to chuck himself back in the pits, but holds on to third. GT Delhi B get himself back on the podium tonight. Jambu fourth, close that gap down, 2.1 seconds, so the battle between Superfast Bob and GT Delhi B benefiting Jambu at the minute. Tabron in 6.6 seconds down, all the sixes for Tabron. Surfer Ev another 12.7 down, 7th place. Having a very lonely race at the minute, Surfer. 12 seconds in front, 13 seconds behind to the 8th place driver, Fat Pickles. Fat Pickles has got Purcell less than a second behind him as well. Not closing that gap up, so Fat Pickles Bro starting to pull away from Purcell. He's got good results this season, Fat Pickles. Putting in fastest lap of the race there, 2:05.9. So Purcell 9th, he's got plenty of breathing room behind to Ben Cosgrove, 20 seconds back to Ben. Again, been picking up a lot of damage in this race. Having to get that repaired in the pits. As with Dangly Ball. As with Diablo, who's, I think he's been in the pits every lap looking for repairs on that car. G-Marge, so it looks like Diablo and G-Marge are sitting out at the end of this race. Obviously not happy to race in the wet. So Potter just pulling a little bit of time over Philo, but then loses it again. So the gap under 2 seconds now. Lap 9 of 13. So Philo's now got 2.1 from Superfast Bobby. Just pull another couple of tenths, 2.3 almost. GT Delhi B still within striking distance though, only a second back. Well to cling on to Bob at the minute. So Jambu just close that gap back up, just started to lose a couple of tenths again. So it's quick on the straights is the Lexus, but obviously not so quick on the turns. Still pulling time over Tabron though, 18 seconds back. That's given Surfer Ev something to look at. So Tabron has obviously got it a little bit sideways somewhere. So that 12-second lead he did have is down to 1.2, 1.1. Surfer Ev could be in for a position change here. Still 1.1. Up into 8th. A lot more time over Purcell, that gap up to 3 seconds now. Ben Cosgrove pulled about a second back on Purcell, but still 19.5 seconds down in 10th. Dangly Ball's 11th and another 8.6. Diablo's back out on track. Maybe just getting all the expletives out in the pits while he can. And give it another go. Marge definitely sitting this one out. So Potter continues to lead, 0.2 seconds over Philo still. That gap was coming down, it is coming down again. Potter just keeping it at that 2-second margin. Oh, Just losing the tail through there a little bit. That might cost him a little time. There's Philo in the background at 1.7. Yeah, so he has lost a couple of tenths with that slight fishtailing. It's a lap 10 of 13. Looks like they've got plenty of fuel on board. Tyres should last into the end as well. See one or two drivers attempt to stop, depending on how much time they've got. Potter keeps that 1.7, just jumps it up to 1.8 there. So looking a bit quick through the back half of this track for Potter. Pulls the gap to 1.9, loses a little bit of time there as well. Gap down to 1.6. Philo getting a good drive through those last few turns. Starting to close up on Potter, 1.5. Again, the rear end of this Mitsubishi just trying to spin round on Potter. That's lost him another couple of tenths. Philo now 1.3 seconds down. Visibly closer. Renault's quite quick in a straight line. GT Deli B has got himself past Super Fast Bob. What's happened to Super Fast Bob? He spun it round somewhere. Or has GT Deli B punted him into a wall? No, he hasn't, but he's got himself onto the podium. He's now 4.8 back from Philo. Jambu still 2.6 back from Deli. And Super Fast Bobby, yeah, now 5.3 seconds back. Surfer Ev sitting in 6th, got himself back past Tabron then. And if Superfast Bobby goes out for much longer, Surfer Ev may stand a chance of taking that position off him. So Tabron 7, 2.8 down from Surfer. Fat Pickles 8.4 down in 8th. Purcell losing more time at 4.1 seconds down in 9th. Then Cosgrove, that time jumped back up to 20 seconds and a half. Balls still holding 11th. Diablo still 12th. 5.43 minutes back from Potomac Pot race leader. He did spend an awful long time in the pits. But Potomac Pot's losing time to Philo. There's less than a second between these two. On to lap 11 of 13. So on then. Philo closing right up on Potter into this final turn. Potter losing the tail end of that Mitsubishi again. Sliding it through that turn, trying to get the power down early enough to pull a gap from Philo. Still less than half a second. Let's get ourselves on board with Philo. So throws one down the outside. Pot chucks himself back into the slipstream. Philo just picking up fastest lap of the race there as well at 2:04.9. Can Potter gain the slipstream and sling one back up the inside? Philo goes defensive. No, he doesn't. He goes for the line. Apologies, I keep thinking this hairpin's the other way. It's not. Potter slings one up the inside there then. Regains that first position. Lap to do after this. Philo is already well past Potter before the start-finish line, so Philo might just be trying to do that again. Wait for the final lap for making his move. Hanging on to Potter at the minute. Big gaps back to third place driver GT Deli B, 7.1 seconds. Jambu 2.4 seconds back, so slowly closing in on Deli. Surfer Surfer Ebb has got himself up into 6th. Tabron's, 5th. Tabron 6th. Where's Bobby gone? Fat Pickles Bro in 7th. Purzel in 8th. Bobby's in the pits. Ben Cosgrove 9th. Dangly Balls 10th. Super fast Bobby now looking like he's sitting the end of this one out. Diablo might be able to make a position up. Can he? We're on lap 10 of 13. Apologies, I was looking at something else. Why did I see lap 12 of 13? Oh, that's because these guys are on lap 12 of 13. Diablo is only on lap 10. So Potter holding on to that lead then from Philo, but Philo looking to get that slingshot here at the hairpin. Just gets him out the line. So final lap. Battle on between Philo and Potter for the race win. Philo's gone deep. Potter trying to get the power down early, nearly losing it. Ah, he's lost it. It's into the wall. He's had to jump the barrel as well. He's going to be under pressure from GT Delhi B now, that's for certain. A little bit of damage on Potter's car. We are onto the final lap. He has only got this last one to do. But Philo now 5.3 seconds up front. Potter second with that little mistake. He's got GT Delhi B 2.4 seconds back, so it looks like he's just going to hold on to this. He's losing a couple of tenths though. Delhi's car not damaged. Potter might just have a little bit of enough of a margin to hold on to this, although Delhi's going to be right on him by the time they come to the line. Gap down to 2 seconds. Delhi must have seen that. That's put some wind in his sails. There he is, Potter McPot, second place driver. Delhi B might be able to make another step up at the podium here. Gap of 1.9, just this final turn to go. Very tentatively there for Potter and GT Delhi. Potter just holds that 1.7, 1.8 second lead, so it's looking good for him. TNR Philo though benefiting, he's coming through to take a race win. He did well, starting well from second from last on the grid. Wiggle from him as he comes down to cross the line. Takes the win then. Potter McPot is going to hold second. GT Delhi B did close the gap back up, but not quite enough. Handbraking into the wall for everyone. 1.4 seconds back in the end. Jambu takes fourth. What happened to Surfer Ev? Oh, nothing. Jambu was already in from the Surfer Ev. Apologies, Surfer Ev, well done, taking fifth. Taking fifth. Tabron going to come home in 6th. I'm sure he'll be quite happy with that. Fat Pickles Bro 7th, possibly not quite so happy. An angry handbrake into the wall at the end there. 7th. Purzel in 8th. Ben Cosgrove in 9th. So winner of race 1. Carried the extra weight over into race 2 and had a little bit of damage. He's had to get repaired as well, so that's cost him a bit of time. So only 9th in race 2 for Ben. Are we going to get a handbrake? We are into the pit wall as well. That's what we like. Major damage, comas, stuff. Many broken bones, many. Be careful, Dangly Ball might get you. In 9th then for Ben Cosgrove, Dangly Ball 10th. P11 for super fast Bobby. Just not even going to see Diablo across the line. And G Marge in 13th. CJ, hey up, laddo. All right, mate. How's the race? All right. So nice win there for Philo. Potter McPot's fortunate, just losing the rear on that very last lap. sure he's kicking himself. Super fast Bobby not looking happy, leaving the lobby. So yeah, there are bound to be 1 or 2 bits of contact in these races, especially in the wet at Tokyo. Nowhere to go, plenty of walls, plenty of concrete, instant damage, trip to the pits. It's a bit of a shame, it does happen. Right, so what have we got coming up? Nothing until Sunday. Phew, a few days off. So Sunday night, 8 o'clock, we've got Tanso Racing's Modi 5 Cup. That's Modi 5, not modified. That's the MX-5s, sponsored by Kyrgyzstan Motorsport and MK Designs. Come and check them out. Monday night, 8:30, is the Tanso Racing Chewit Racing Mini Cooper Cup. I believe that's the final race before the Christmas break. Tuesday night is Next Gen Racing's Lamborghini League. That is at 8:10. And then the following round of this next week at 8:30. But all 3 of those races, Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, might be cancelled if they decide to finish the season. Or not the season, have the mid-season break. I need to check up on all the websites to find out, to be perfectly honest. A big shout out to the guys sponsoring this league, Team Oliver Racing and Martin Oliver Transport. Cheers boys, do appreciate it. I know the drivers certainly do. Gives a bit of clout to the league. Yeah, let's see what they're saying. Okay, looks like Purcell might have got it wrong on the start. That's possibly what happened. Yes, all sorts of chaos going off on the line. But there wasn't a restart, we just carried on. Some drivers picking up damage instantly and taking a long time to get back round to the start. It's a bit of a shame. It does happen. Right, that's pretty much it from me. If you fancy helping the channel out, get yourselves over to buymeacoffee.com/darksmoka. Other than that, give it a like, give it a subscribe, tell your mates, tell your mums. My name's Darksmoka. I'm out of here.